people, we're not there yet. A lot can happen between now and...
February 5.
February 5, 5th of February.
The date WA plans to open the floodgates, subject to all the usual vaccination and quarantine caveats. But WA's transition plan was based on modelling in a pre-Omicron world, when it looked like daily numbers would be in the 300s. Now, it's likely to be 10 times that.
Well, if not now, then when? Our vaccination rates are where we need them to be. We've had the opportunity to learn from the experience of eastern states.
Radio host Gareth Parker has a vested interest in the border coming down.
My wife's from Florida. We bit the bullet before Christmas and we decided that we'd go to the US because we felt we needed to for our family. So now I'm in Sydney, working here for the next 3 weeks and hoping that Mark McGowan does stick with his plan.
While Gareth's eager to get home, not everyone in WA is happy about the reopening, with cases already circulating in the community and mask mandates back in play for Perth and Peel.
We expect there are more cases in the community and we need to track them down.
More than half of surveyed nurses want the opening to be pushed back to May.
They simply haven't seen any plans as to how their particular workplace is meant to cope with the surge in COVID patients when it arrives.
By the time the borders come down, WA is expected to reach 90% double dose for those aged 12 and up. Those numbers are unevenly spread, with vaccination rates still low in the Pilbara, Kimberley and Goldfields, which may mean those areas will be kept under tough restrictions, even as the rest of the state opens up.
I would anticipate that there will be some internal restrictions within Western Australia, at least to begin with.
I think we should open up. We've been close enough.
Stay close till settle down. Then we'll see what's going on.
They've got to open eventually, right? We can't stay segregated forever.
This is like the last paradise on earth. I want it to stay that way.
So with the clock ticking down, is WA ready for what's to come?
So good. Carrie, you've got family in WA you haven't seen for 2 years now. Are you counting down to Feb 5?
Well, to be honest, I just assumed Feb 5 would never happen. I was just waiting for him to continue to change the date. I assumed I would never see them ever again at this rate. But if it does stay at Feb 5, it's an interesting conversation. I think throughout the pandemic, things have changed along the way about whether it's appropriate for them to open up or not. But now I can imagine a lot of them sitting there looking at what's happening on the East Coast going, why would we want any of that? So as desperate as I want to get to WA, I can imagine the trepidation, particularly for people that work within the health system.
Yeah, it must be tough, I think, for people and really conflicting to see what's going on in the eastern states overseas, like it was for us last year. You know, Omicron is incredibly infectious. It's very hard to keep out. But, you know, they've managed to do it. And so
it's quite extraordinary.
Balancing wanting to get back to some sense of normality, but at the same time keeping it out of the state, it must be tough for Western Australians.